Hey girlfriends, and welcome back. So today we're going to be creating these Bantu knots, except this time we're using extensions. So I like to do this on stretched hair, so I stretched my hair with this hair butter last night, and I'm also going to be using my Jamaican black castor oil with Moroccan argan oil from My DNA Curls to help me take down these braids. I really want to focus all of the oil on the ends of my hair, that way when I do add the synthetic extensions, the friction between my hair and the synthetic extensions does not cause any breakage because my hair is nice, moisturized, and sealed. So now that we've got the braids down, I'm going to go ahead and detangle using my paddle brush. Using a rat tail comb, we can begin parting off our sections for our Bantu knots. A rat tail comb is super ideal for this kind of hairstyle where you're doing it by yourself and you want to have nice clean parting. Now it's not going to be as perfect if you had another person with you to help you with these partings, but it does do the job. So I'm just sectioning off my hair and I'm using these little rubber bands to hold the hair in place until I'm ready for the extensions. And this is pretty much just going to map out exactly how large and where I want my Bantu knots to be. That way when it comes down for the extensions, I can just whip through it very quickly. So starting off with my front section, I just spray it down with some water to reactivate the hair butter that's already in my hair, and I'm just smoothing down my edges and the entire part. So now that everything's been sectioned off, I can go ahead and grab my braiding hair. This is just some basic braiding hair from the beauty supply store, and I'm pretty much just pulling on the ends of the braiding hair, that way I get a nice jagged edge. And I'm just going to attach this braiding hair to my ponytail. It's really simple and easy. If you don't know how to plait, you might want to check out my how to braid hair tutorial. But it's super simple and easy to attach this braiding hair to your hair. And I'm just going to repeat this step amongst all of the little ponytails around my head until I get to the very last one. Be sure to make sure that the amount of braiding hair that you're using for each section matches the amount of hair that you actually sectioned off. It should be pretty equal. That way you don't end up with super skinny plaits at the very end. And here's a slow-mo of exactly how I'm attaching the hair. You need 3 pieces of hair to plait hair. So I have the 2 pieces from the braiding hair being folded over, as well as my actual real hair will make up for the 3rd and very last piece that you need to plait. Pretty simple and easy, right? So now that everything's complete, you guys can see here I have this nice skinny little end. It looks super natural, and it's going to play a huge role when it comes to me actually creating these Bantu knots. So I'm pretty much just wrapping the actual braid around itself, and I'm going to tuck the ends in at the very bottom. That nice little skinny end is going to wrap very seamlessly. You won't need to add on any extra rubber bands or even a bobby pin at the very end. It's just going to tuck away very nice and seamless. I'm wrapping pretty loosely to begin with, and as I get to the ends of the hair, I try to tighten the hair amongst the base of the actual ponytail, the closest part to the rubber band. And last but not least, those edges, girl, lay those edges is probably the most important part of this entire hairstyle. It's going to make or break your hairstyle. And that's pretty much it. Our hairstyle is pretty much complete. Now I'm just going to go back in with my DNA Curls Jamaican Black Castor Oil to add to my scalp. It's pretty much going to help me with not having dry, flaky scalp and keep my hairstyle nice and fresh. I can also refresh my Bantu knots with this Jamaican Black Castor Oil throughout the week or even daily. Special thank you and shout outs to My DNA Curls for sponsoring today's video. This is their Jamaican Black Castor Oil Miracle Treatment Oil line. They have tons of different fragrances to choose from. As featured today, their Moroccan argan oil, as well as coconut oil, tea tree, and so many others. So be sure to check them out in Sally's Beauty Supply right now, and be sure to check out my previous videos. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one.